What's up, guys? This is Dave with the RC Air Marshal YouTube channel, and today we are here at Jet Jam 2021 with the brand new Xfly Sirius. This is a sport jet, it's 1100mm wingspan with a 2200 kV 80mm end runner EDF unit. For this video, we're going to be doing the unboxing and build of the Xfly Sirius. All right, so this is the type of foam packing material that kind of slides out of the main box here. Nice and slow. Here we've got our foam packing material. We're going to go ahead and cut away some of this tape. Alright, so up here in the top section of the box, you can see we've got our two wing panels. The wing panels already have the retracts installed, as well as the gear doors. Now, one thing that I'm seeing here is that it looks like, at least on this wing, the decal that goes over the gear door has not been trimmed, right? So we want to go ahead and cut that. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a little slice right there with my hobby knife. Get that decal cut. There we go. That way that door can open. We'll check the other one too. Yeah, so the other one's already cut. It was just this one. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. And one of the things I want to bring your attention to is the quick disconnect is it's a D sub 9-pin, the same as you'd find on like old Atari controller or something like that. That's what your standard like 9-pin serial port on a computer would look like. So neat design on the quick disconnect here. So now that we got the wings kind of ready to go, we're going to remove the top half of the foam, and that will reveal our main fuselage. So our vertical stabilizer is already in there. You can see this has the nice style servo connections that already have the clips in, so you don't have to worry about taping up that servo connection. You've already got those little clips that are going to retain the servo lead in there, and I'm assuming that's for our elevator servos. Here it looks like we've got our ventral fins, which have like the little spots on the top, the little retainers on the top, so they'll slide up and forward just like ordnance, so that's nice. They actually go up and back, sorry. So we got our ventral fins. We've got our nose cone. Inside the nose cone is our hardware bag that contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws inside that hardware bag, which is inside your nose cone. We've also got our horizontal stabilizers. Horizontal stabilizers already have the servos pre-installed and the links already connected. And up here, we've got our spars for the main wing and the horizontal stab. All right, so we're going to go ahead and set this off to the side, get the fuselage out of the box, and go ahead and get the build moving forward. All right, so we're going to take the fuselage. Now, before we get started, with installing the stabs and everything, I want to take a look inside the battery compartment. You can see we've got a nice, clean battery compartment, nice multifunction box down here that goes out to your wings. We've got all of the leads coming off here. That includes our gear, our flap, our elevator, and our rudder. And it also has the aileron. That was the other one I was looking for. The throttle is coming straight off the ESC, and we've got that connection right here. So all of our connections to go to our receiver are right here coming out of this multifunction box, and then you've got the ESC coming straight off the ESC. Your battery connector is an EC5 that's also coming straight off of the ESC, and everything's already kind of tidied up back here. You'll see they have this upper tray to mount your receiver, and then everything is slid down below that tray. So everything's nice and tidy in there. We're not going to have to do a lot of wire work to keep things kind of fit and trim inside there. We may just kind of do a little loop before we install the receiver that we're going to be using, and we'll get to that here in just a bit after we build the rest of the plane. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to pop on the horizontal stabs. We'll go ahead and grab those out of the box. All right, and one of the things that I want to, again, point your attention to is, we've got a spar there, so we're going to have a carbon spar that runs through the horizontal stabs. We'll show that here in just a second, the installation of that. And we've also got 2 machine screws that go down through the top, and if you see down here at the bottom, they thread into 2 brass fittings here at the bottom. So you're not threading into plastic, you're threading into brass, and that's going to keep this connection nice and secure. Now these connectors can be a little tricky with those tabs on there. Rather than trying to push that straight in, I'll kind of line it up over the top and just kind of move it around to the side, get it going, and then make sure that all your polarities are correct. So we got our signal here on the bottom, and then our red and our brown for ground. And I'll go ahead and push that in all the way. And once that clicks into place, you'll see that those 2 little clips kind of wrap around the upper part of that servo connector, which is really nice. And we'll go ahead and get that in position. And kind of down inside the fuselage, and then slide that over. And now we're going to take that smaller spar. So this spar right here, the smaller one, we're going to slide that through the spar cavity and into that horizontal stab that we've got on there for now. One of the things that you want to make sure of is there's a little pocket right here for your servo connections to go into. What you want to make sure is that as you're inserting this, that you kind of put that servo connection in to that pocket first, and then make sure that it's kind of sliding down before you insert the stabilizer. Otherwise, you're going to get that jammed in there, and you won't have the room to get that stabilizer in place. So, I don't know if you can catch that, but we're kind of pushing that down into that pocket. A little bit of an angle. There we go. And that'll get it where our horizontal stabs will slide into both sides, and those servo connections are going to be down in there. And now we can take our 4 screws and insert them into our holes here. Get them kind of seated down onto that brass fitting, and then we'll tighten those up with a 2mm hex driver. So now that we've got the horizontals on, we're going to flip it over and get our wings done. Now first we'll start by inserting our carbon spar through the wing tube. Slide our wings over the spar. On the inside we got another one of those D-sub connectors that this is going to mate into, so as we slide that wing on, that D-sub connector mates up, and all of our wing connections are right there inside that D-sub connection, which is really nice. We've got both of these sides. They line right up. And we've got 4 more of those machine screws that we're going to insert into your 4 wing holes. Same style as before, where we've still got that brass insert in there to make sure that we're threading into metal instead of plastic, so we can expect a long service life out of these joints. Alright, now we're going to flip it back over. So that is pretty much all of the assembly that's necessary. We're going to go ahead and install our nose cone onto the front of the airplane and put on our ventral fins here on the back. Alright, then we'll insert our ventral fins, so those just drop into place and you pull them back the same as you would if you're installing ordnance. It's a very simple ventral fin installation. Just slide that on back and our ventral fins are now in place. So that is the completion of the model assembly, and we're going to go ahead and install our AR637T receiver. Here we're just using 3M double-sided tape, 30-pound variety. We're going to put that on the bottom of our receiver first. Get that all good to go. We'll open this up and we'll go ahead and install all of our wires. So again, all 6 of the wires we need are right here and ready for us. So we're going to kind of go in order, spectrum style. Yep, so our signal is always on top with spectrum. So we got throttle goes into channel 1. Then we're looking for aileron, elevator, rudder, we'll go gear in channel 5. And everybody knows channel 6 flaps. Alright. Then we're going to take our red peel tape off the bottom of this 3M double sticky and get it mounted onto our little ply platform here. Alright, we'll get that out of the way. We're going to go ahead and install that right there on the center. Well done. We're just going to give this a little twist and tuck it back under that platform for a nice clean install. They keep everything nice and tidy there. The last part that we're going to do is go ahead and tape down our antennas. We'll get a small section of this tape and put it on one antenna going forward and aft, and we'll get that as high up above the battery as we can. And then we want another one. We want another one going side to side, but what we're going to do is we're going to make it go up and down right here, so we get our 90-degree cross section on those antennas. Alright, so that is it. We'll go ahead and put our canopy back on. That completes the assembly of the new Xfly Sirius. Alright guys, so that is the build video for the Xfly model Sirius Sport Jet 80mm. This thing is great. It flies fantastic. If you're looking to pick one up, I'm going to have links down in the description. They are available right now on pre-order at Banana Hobby. Also, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Spencer Keith, who provided this model for the build video. If you like what you're seeing here on the RC Air Marshal YouTube channel, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and always turn on that notification icon so you're always made aware when we have new videos on the channel. If you want to support the RC Air Marshal YouTube channel, go to rcairmarshal.com and you'll find links to all of our affiliate partners. And when you use those links, it pays a small commission back to the channel, and we absolutely appreciate your support. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next one.